the party discussing the Fae in one of their private rooms. Out on the balcony, a voice calls out to them, and you look and see a shadowy figure as the moonlight beams down upon them. The figure now familiar of the dark cloaked raven masked figure.
Rowan will pull his swords.
You son of a bitch.
The figure holds out its hands, and Saphira licks them.
Asher's going to kind of put his hand on Rowan's sword, like his arm, and be like, don't think we need to go to violence immediately right now. Remember what Briar said.
With that, your permission, if Rowan could ignite the flame tongue.
You're able to.
If
just because it's out of turn, I'll go ahead and say you can.
Okay, then it ignites. With that. And he's just gonna lock on his face.
My quarrel is not with you unless it need be.
What about all the people that you plagued?
Collateral damage.
You're disgusting.
What is your end goal?
One of you has made a deal with a part of me that I am not happy with.
Then break it.
I need to ensure that you do not uphold your end of the bargain.
Why don't you want this deal to be complete?
I would lose myself, and I cannot allow that.
What was the plague for? What was your end goal there?
I was hoping that it would wipe out that part of me. It was unsuccessful. Very unfortunate.
All those deaths were quite unfortunate too.
Innocent people die.
Necessary.
For whom?
You?
For me. And countless others in the future.
What happens if you're all reunited? What do you become?
I prefer to keep my portion of free will.
Who split you?
Many, many years ago. A force greater than that of I. A force seeking to reign and walk the planet once more.
You see as the figure kind of shifts in the cloak, and you see these glowing green eyes as they make eye contact with you, Karan.
A force familiar to some.
I'll glance over to Briar. I don't know if she's even looking. She could be focusing on him.
I'm looking at you.
She has our names. What power does she have with them?
Her names mean nothing to you, Dominicus.
She has our names. What power does she have over us with them?
This is something greater than some Fae contract.
Are you Fae?
Of sorts. Let's keep this simple. You'll know it when you see it. Don't.
We will not agree or disagree to anything.
Takes off in a large raven form. Black.
Anything
Well-
noticeable
black,
about
black.
black. Black.
Well, I gotta admit, it was a badass exit, but he still didn't explain how we get out of the contract in the first place.
Well, he explained a lot more than any of the other personalities. It seems like it's a deity that's out of balance. Some chaos that has been split.
Yeah, what kind of deity could be strong enough to split them like that?
Apparently, one of us knows something.
There are a lot of old powers in the world. Who's to say what is more powerful than what we know until we encounter it?
There's a lot of strange things happening today. My deity came to me and Rowan while we were at the bar. We had a shared vision of Briar. This is not your mushrooms. He said that loss is coming and that we must try to prevent more than needed, essentially. That we're close to something.
Do you think she also thinks we're close to the Chili's? And this might mean something to your deity?
Possibly. Coincidences of them happening at the same time.
Well, I mean,
But
I don't know your deity, but I know you. We could always give her the Chalice.
What about your deity, Kron? Who do you worship?
We don't necessarily follow a particular deity. We follow the teachings of our people.
Okay.
That, to be honest with you, I'm not entirely sure what it is that we do follow, and I found myself questioning it more and more as of late.
How do you know it's not that deity that the one dude back on the Kalepi Islands that you kind of ripped his heart out, you know? How do you know it's not that deity that you get your powers from?
It's precisely what I question. I can't
Don't give the
seem to
chalice to you, okay?
Yeah, same. I was going to say, wait.
I honestly believe that we might have to give it to Mother if this deity or creature was broken into three. It's out of balance and it will cause more havoc and destruction trying to regain some
Three.
sense of balance.
Yeah, you know more about this Fae stuff than others. If we don't do what I guess the contract was that I agreed to, even though I didn't know I agreed to it, what happens then?
Well, he did say this was bigger than a Fae contract. So typically, you would be bound for a lifetime to a Fae. They would probably take you back to their lands, make you their slave, and then you'd be stuck there for all eternity. But, sorry, Ace. We'll do our best to help you.
I can't let that happen.
We won't
So
let that happen.
close. I'm so close.
I will try
Sure.
to commune and figure out about this chalice. I mean, I have a feeling that we should complete your contract and bring balance to whatever this creature is.
Uh, Caron, do you think maybe perhaps the castle might have a library and we could maybe look up historical chalices?
Perhaps.
Maybe it's been written about before. Maybe there's a tapestry with some sort of like hooky dooky what is it called? Premonition someone wrote about once upon a time.
You know, I was supposed to talk to Kozrak. He's the hand of the king. He's a really powerful mage. He could know of something as well. I already have questions for him. It seems like it's the best idea to talk to him about this matter as well, possibly.
A powerful mage?
Yeah,
Count me in.
he
Well,
the same one that did this to my eye when I was a child. At the death of my mother.
Well, sounds like we should talk to him tomorrow. Try to. Sooner the
yes,
better.
all of this is extremely exciting and all, but I'm ready for bed. Whew.
Go to sleep.
There you are. I was wondering what happened to you. I imagined, Fight Club wasn't really.
Yeah, it's a little
The
bit barbaric
scene
for
for
me, to be
you.
honest.
I'm just glad you didn't run off, because I'd hate to snap your neck.
He won't.
But, we're past that, of course.
What do you mean? Why would I leave all of my new favorite best friends?
Right. We love you too.
Dominicus,
Yeah.
you're so silly.
Martison, I don't understand why you did not go downstairs and start to perform. Don't you love to sing? Don't you love to loot? Don't you love to sing about yourself playing your lute?
Howard, you could have made us some money. I mean, sleeping on the cot is kind of a bitch thing to do.
Beat at 5 are really great. I tried to take Bree on a date. It didn't go well. And then they died. Now I'm an endangered survey. Something fun and snappy.
Yes.
Are you a bard too? Wow, that was really
very
good.
honestly. Honestly, I think you should do it. Maybe we could do a duet.
I will out-sing you, my boy. I will. If you want to do a duet, you get me drunk enough, I'll kick your ass.
I don't
Into it, you.
doubt it.
That sounds like a great idea. Martison, why don't you sleep in Briar's room tonight? Because I
No.
might have somebody up here, and I need a distraction. And with that, I have a barmaid to go talk to. And
Ace kind of pushes him towards you, Briar, and he's like, he like backs up, and avoids running into you.
I'm sleeping with my mujer. You are not sleeping with me.
He might sleep
Wait.
with you in your new year. And he's just gonna keep walking out.
Anybody want to bunk with me?
I'll bunk with you. Since I usually bunk with Dom, he's probably gonna have a guest.
I will warn you, I sleep naked, and I'm a cuddler.
Does anybody else have actually? I appreciate. Give me a second. He's gonna look to.
Oh, I got you.
Okay. I appreciate it, Marty,
Kron,
but
you're
I
more than welcome
promise.
as well.
If you need, I can wear
Actually-
a modesty stock.
Kron's
It's
not really
totally
paying
fine.
attention.
I actually gotta talk to Asher.
Heard what?
I was planning on, Rowan, what do you
Yeah.
think with
I don't know.
what she said and all of this coming through? Both of them are saying that we're very close. I almost feel like we should.
Well, my thing is, and Karun, talk me through this or talk me away. Why was I seeing this vision?
I honestly couldn't say. Perhaps his proximity to
I was touching you at the moment, but
Karun's distracted. He's not really paying too much attention.
yeah.
Wish I had detect thoughts.
Oh,
I don't know. It's a lot to take in. A lot.
Yeah.
At least we know we're going the right way, right? I mean,
There is that, but how do we know when we're there?
it's a part of the fun, ain't it? Rowan's gonna look to Jathril, because I guess, like, knowing Jathril's backstory.
Oh, so it's like a party up in this room.
there's a lot of people up there. Yeah. I know Karun was going to go over to Briar. Briar, may I have that ring?
Oh, yes, the one with the brain on it.
Yes, that one.
Okay, and she goes to her bag, pulls it out. There you go.
Thank you. And he's going to start to put it on. He's going to walk out to the balcony and attune to it. That's it.
Okay. Everybody get out of my room. I'm going to snuggle with my mom and have a really good night and tell her all about my fire.
As we're getting pushed out, I'm sure by Bree, Rowan's just gonna be waving overhead to her mom.
Wait, where am I going?
With Asher.
No, that was myself, Karan, and Rowan are bunking.
Oh, you get your own room, buddy. Sorry, no one wants to sleep with you, eh?
Wait, so Karun, Asher, and Rowan are all together?
Well, the invitation is invited to or sent to Karan if he wants to join, but
I think Rowan would technically be able to have his own room if that was the case, because there's 4 rooms. Briar's gonna be sleeping with his, like, we would all have
there's 4
our own
empty rooms,
Yeah,
and then Briar's with her mother.
Yeah, we
So
bought
we all
a
have
room.
our own rooms.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because Briar's not included in the 4 rooms. Sierra
Right.
already had a room.
Oh, Marty needs to find out where he's sleeping.
Right.
You volunteered first.
Alright, Marty. Make sure you wear something.
Yeah,
You know
I've
what?
got a modesty
I don't-
stock. It's no problem. Yeah. I do have to ask, are you little spoon or big spoon?
I'll just sleep on the floor. It's okay.
No, it's
can
no
have-
problem. It doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be a thing. You are super heterosexual male, I tell you.
Nah, it's
Okay.
I think my girlfriend might not like that.
If you platonically slept with another man.
Just best to avoid the situation. And I'm imagining them having this conversation as they walk down the stairs, and Rowan's probably on the opposite side of the building with Marty. Probably better that way, because the furthest room, 2 people will be in it, logically. But listen, you are a amazing man. I just
Rowan,
look at me.
You're
look
not
at me,
my
and
type. Stop. No. Stop. No. This is no. Just set your masculinity down like 4 notches, all right?
Okay, all right.
And just cuddle a brother.
I'll just take the floor. That's it. You can have the bed.
You'll hear from outside.
I would like to give you a visual. Do you guys remember when we gave him? Well, I gave him part of his snake skin. That's probably his modesty sock. I'm done.
To wear
say.
like early on, yeah. You gave him because they met him naked, and she gave him some stuff to wear.
Yeah, we gave him like a half-dried deer skin and a snake skin.
Snake skin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just to make it easy, we'll just you can have the bed, and I'll just take the floor. You know, I've slept on the floor many times.
Could Karun hear this from outside on the balcony?
Sure. They're walking out. Yeah, they're walking out, so they're passing you.
You'll hear him say. Well, I'm saying there's an external balcony, outside balcony.
Oh, is that where you were trying to be, or are you trying to be?
That's where I was trying to be,
okay.
outside. Like on the outside.
They were
balcony
leaving
where,
the room, so maybe if they were saying this as they're leaving. Sure, yeah.
I was just gonna say, Madison, you can stay in my room. I won't be using the bed anyway.
Karun,
why does no one here love to cuddle? I'm such a sad.
I'm sorry to be a disappointment.
But you are.
Yeah.
I'm sleeping diagonally on this king-sized bed, I'll have you know.
Okay. And Rowan's just gonna keep walking to his bedroom then.
I forgot that you could do that. Holy shit.
Sleep diagonally on a bed. It's a brilliant realization.
You guys make it to your room. He immediately takes off all of his clothes, and he takes a snakeskin from his bag, slips that on, jumps into bed. Just in case, if you get cold.
He's with Rowan still, right? I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you. And Rowan's just gonna imagine the bed against the side of the corner, and then Rowan just like right by the door and on the floor there. He's just laying there.
Are you comfortable?
With his sleep. Yeah. I'm pretty
Liar.
comfortable. It's a floor, okay? It's hard.
Yeah. Imagine paying a full gold piece for a room and sleeping on the floor. It's literally a king-sized bed. We don't even have to touch.
Rowan's just gonna take his sleeping bag, and he's just gonna take his little blanket and just lay down on the ground.
As you're laying down on the ground, your face gets hit by something nice and cushioned. Take one of the pillows at least.
Thank you. And Rowan's gonna slide his sleeping bag and put it underneath there. But I really want Rowan, before he goes to sleep, to really think on the conversation that he witnessed. I don't know if Rowan might be overthinking it, but was she potentially maybe talking to him too?
The feel you got was that it was directed towards him, but that she was almost kind of like, she had this air of like thankful that you were able to hear it and witness it too.
Okay. So that was a very... it'll dawn on Rowan that was a very rare and special moment he witnessed, to be in the presence of a goddess he doesn't worship or follow. He's gonna go to sleep a little bit more warm and fuzzy inside. Happy.
Neat. What else is everyone else doing?
Asher's
Tom with
probably
the eyebrow raises.
Asher's gonna spend some time on the balcony and just kind of meditating and just thinking about what he saw and how it might correlate to this whole Fae contract, not Fae contract thing that's going on.
Mujer, so listen. I've got something to show you, don't freak out. You're going to freak out, but I'm bracing you.
Okay. I mean, okay. Voices?
I'm wrong.
Well, you know how you said don't play with fire?
Yes.
And, yeah. fire. So I can I can do this. I promise not to burn down the entire forest. Asher's been having talks with me about fire safety and how only I can prevent forest fires.
Briar. Why?
One day, I'm going to harness all of the elements and I'm going to help save the world. And you know, fire is powerful, it is dangerous, but it is just one of many things in nature. Everything has some sort of balance to it. While it's chaos and rage, it's also peace. So I think we just need to change our outlook a little bit.
Briar, you may be able to conjure and create it, but you can never control it. You are young, and immature, and foolish. You have not lived through what we have seen, what has been used against our home. The devastation.
You are right, I am young, I am immature, and I am foolish. And I have a long, long life to live, to learn and know better. This is a thing I can do, and I did not want to lie to you about it.
I thank you for that honesty. I will not forbid it. I am not happy about it. But I hope that you will truly use it for good. Your father probably wouldn't care. He'd be like, oh, cool.
Hey. Yeah, well.
Just promise me you will always use it for good and you will never use it in a situation where you would lose control of it and cause devastation beyond what you intended.
I will do my absolute best. I don't know if one day I might lose control. I could explode, I could fizzle out. So I'm not going to say without beyond the shadow of a doubt that I promise. But as long as I am in control of myself, I will do my best not to cause harm to others who do not deserve it. Just set seat aside knowing that fire, while it is destructive, it also aids in creation. Think about how many seeds need to be burnt in order to come back alive again. Uncle Tambrin taught me that.
A small fire for cooking is one thing, but a fire cast out into a forest, into a home, into a city. Fire intended to cause harm. It's dangerous. Just be careful.
I will. I love you, Muyar. Good night.
I love you too. She kind of like takes your head and puts it into her chest a little bit, and she holds you for like a little bit longer than usual. Probably just affected by recent thoughts of loss and stuff and how fragile it can be.
And then that night, Briar's just gonna be the big spoon.
The big little spoon.
Mm-hmm.
After that conversation, a little bobblehead popped up and it said, Asher likes this. Or Asher approves.
Right. Okay. Dominicus, what are you doing?
Yeah, so Dom's gonna go back downstairs where I imagine Alyssa's finishing
Valessa
her
the
shift. She's finishing her shift He's just gonna kind of find a table and, kind of gesture her to sit down and be like, so, I'm kind of new to King's Haven. You grew up here? Or?
Yes, I was born and raised here, actually, kind of very much a city girl.
Any family?
Oh, yeah. I have 2 older brothers, and my mother and father, they run simple, humble businesses around town.
What businesses do they run?
Together they own a tailor shop. My mother does a lot of the work, and my father handles a lot of the business.
What about your brothers? Are they in the war? Or?
One of them is, yes. He was eager to go fight. It was terrible watching the lost procession earlier today. Not knowing if I would see him, having not heard. Fortunately not. And my other brother, he's the younger one. He's, I think, eager as well, but a bit, runs around with the wrong crowds, so to say.
You lost some important people to us in that parade they did for the dead today.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Life's a tricky thing, They're 1 minute and then you're gone the next.
It's delicate.
Yeah.
I appreciate you keeping me company during my shift. I'm glad I'm off now.
Yeah. Would you'd like to get something to eat? I'm sure you're busy.
I am famished.
Yeah. You grew up here. I don't know the best
Let's
places.
go
Why
somewhere
don't you
else.
take
It's kind
me?
of don't care to eat in a place I've been all day.
I can understand that. I can respect that. Yeah, you lead the way. And Asa will go and lift her chair out and open the door for her.
She kind of wraps her arm in yours and kind of like tries to leads you through the night street. You walk for a good while in the night to a different tavern. This one a little bit nicer than the former. It is kind of the light that shines through is this like mosaic Vincent, the most gorgeous barmaid. It has like mosaic mural stained glass windows that kind of shine through, show kind of different tales, and the locale itself is called Tales. Yeah, Tails. Getting that tail. And you have a nice, lovely dinner together. Would you pay or split it, or let her pay?
No, I'd make her pay. Yeah. No.
Oh, no, you're going nuts. This is on you, right?
Okay, she pays.
I would pay. How much gold would it be? Or how much would it be?
For this, it would be a gold piece.
A gold, okay. Now she has to put it out,
The worst.
No.
Yeah.
That was That was lovely. I didn't expect the night to end like this. So thank you for that. It's been a long time since I've been able to share a dinner with such a beautiful woman. I appreciate it.
She kind of smiles and blushes, kind of looks down, and then she like looks back up and kind of leans in a little bit.
Holson, are we about to kiss right now?
Maybe. I'm giving you that autonomy. You can make that choice. She is
so
clearly
I'll
trying to
lean-
kiss you.
I will lean in and give her a kiss. It will be a
Roll performance.
passionate, no tongue.
Roll a performance.
Roll
check.
performance. Okay. Well, it's a -1. I have a -1 to this. Okay. Well, I got an 11, so a 10. So it's
it's a not a bad kiss.
okay.
You were a little unexpected, and you kind of like panicked as you went in, and she just kind of like giggles as your lips make contact. She she is as soft as you expected.
Yeah. Oh, I don't imagine you would like to come back to my room and have some tea and maybe talk some more. Or...
Maybe we get one here.
Oh, okay.
She kind of takes your hand and scurries over to the tender there, and she pays for it. The night stay there, and
Wow.
it is in these rooms, as she kind of like leads you to the next room, or your guys' room, are a lot nicer than the rooms that you have in there. Just like nicer furniture, sturdier bed, and nicer quilts and cottons and silks for the stay there. And we won't get into it too much, but what would you like to do?
So, have you heard about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ?
Tom's over there like, really can't tell.
You guys begin to talk about Jesus, a god from a different universe. Okay. Presuming that was going where it was going, we fade to black.
Yes. Does Dom roll a performance for that too? Or...
No die rolling.
Let's do a performance check.
Please, not 20. Okay, it's a 17 -1, so 16.
Hey,
okay.
You have some pretty good sex.
Yeah.
Yeah, you fist bump after. It's great.
Yeah.
Hopefully you practice safe Jesus talk. Okay, moving on from that. Anybody else would like to do anything before we bring the night to a close? You are aware that Dom never made it home after leaving with Valessa, the fair-skinned, light blonde elven woman.
Just attune to that ring and think.
You think, what's going on in that head of yours, Karan?
Well, no one can find out now.
No one can find out. No one can find out now. Okay. The next morning comes without issue, as you were safely in the capital. The morning comes, and the day is yours. Anybody would like to take the stage of waking up in the morning?
yeah, Rowan's gonna probably wake up early to get a little bit of a workout in the room, and
Before
hopefully
you
wake up.
go on with that, as you wake up kind of like next to the bed, Martison's foot is like out of the blankets, like hanging off the bed a little bit. You see it's just kind of like, it's not necessarily in your face, but like his leg is just kind of like right there.
Rowan's gonna push his foot up and lift the blanket and put it back underneath the blanket.
You see as after you do that, he kind of like, you hear just kind of like a of him like crawling on the bed a little bit. Like he like drags his head to the edge of the bed. Thanks. And then he scurries back to the other side of the bed.
You're welcome. And Rowan's gonna get up and start folding his blankets and pick up the pillow, and he's gonna start stretching. He's like, I hope you don't mind. I'm just gonna do a little bit of
I think I'll join you. Still completely naked, he begins to do some stretches.
All right. Rowan's just gonna just act like
he does a hamstring stretch. Anus is just right there.
Yep, Rowan's just gonna not say anything. Just that's Martison, and just leaving it how it is. And Rowan's just gonna do his quick little morning workout. Push-ups.
He's doing
lunges,
jumping jacks now.
Trying to pay no attention. Bonding moment for the bros, I guess. And then once they're done, Rowan would softly knock on Asher's door, just to wake him up, and then go to Dom's door, which is I think on the other side, and see if he answers.
No luck.
I'm gonna turn to Marty. I think he had a good time last night. And he's just gonna smile and then walk downstairs.
Little do we know, she was a fae. Down.
Now he's a frog.
Oh no.
She turned me into a newt.
I go pet
her.
I go pet her. Rowan's just gonna go down and have breakfast with Marty and Asher.
Yeah. You guys get yourself a table. Who else has made their way to the breakfast table?
Yeah, so Dom will actually wake up early. He was hoping having a distraction last night would help with the sleep, but still thinking about Balin and feeling a little bit like he didn't do enough or could have done more. He will wake up really early, probably before dawn, like the sun even gets out, and kind of sneak out, try to go for a walk and clear his head. He'll find some flowers and maybe an early bakery shop or something food-wise and bring it back and leave it on the bed for her. And then he will leave a note saying that he headed back to the tavern to be with the group for breakfast. And he'll be down there at the table when you guys get down to have breakfast. Kind of set a table ready for everyone. Kind of just there.
Okay.
Martison kind of
Yeah.
How was your walk of shame?
It's good. It was a good. I got her flowers and breakfast in bed. Is that normal? Like,
That's far beyond what I would ever do, but I mean, more power to you.
Ron's gonna-
Yeah. You know, I thought it'd help. With getting over Balin, but it kind of just didn't. You know. she's great. She's got 2 brothers. And her parents own the tailor shop in the town. But I don't know.
Good on you, Dom. She's a nice girl.
Yeah.
Take care of
Madison,
her.
what do you think we get some pancakes? You ever heard of them? They're amazing.
Oh, of
I hope
course,
this-
yes.
Well, you haven't heard of pancakes with alcohol in them, right? Because that's a thing. Maybe not here, but in the other town that we were in, it was really good. Okay,
I understand you're coping and all that, but is alcohol this early a great idea? I mean, don't we have like work to do?
It's a blurry line.
Yeah.
It's a blurry line.
Strawberries are always an option too.
It gets blurrier the more you drink.
Yeah.
It's that line just whoo, it's real fuzzy. Okay, you guys have yourself a nice, full, hearty breakfast. This will be, I would say, in total, you guys can split it up however you want. Let's just make it easier. Let's just do 5 silver each.
Were you gonna do anything for Asher, by the way, or
For Asher.
prior to coming down to breakfast?
Oh yeah. Well, Asher's with everyone. Came down with Rowan.
Okay, came down with Ron.
Is Briar still with? Yeah, are you down there too, Kron?
Well, I mean, I was actually gonna message or send to Kalandra before I came down.
Okay.
So that was the only thing. Because I don't have to message you now. I was going to ask. Hello, Kalandra. I hope that your trip was eventful, but not too perilous. That you've arrived safely, and that you're finding answers to the questions you're asking. I know I have a fair few more for myself. I think that's the limit.
It is so good to hear from you, Karan. Doesn't count. We've not yet arrived. They inform me that we have maybe roughly 1 more week of travel. But I have learned a lot from your people. I am thankful. It is well.
I'll spend another slot. Send. Perhaps I'm been losing track of time. Of course, there's no way you could have made it there by now. But I am glad to hear that you are learning so much. And I hope that you'll be able to provide me some answers as well, once you've learned all you can. Take care, and speak with you soon.
I hope that when I make it to the Moon Lake well, that I will have more answers for you. I'm excited for us to speak again. Pause. Particularly you. Your people are special. And you, perhaps foremost among them.
He'll hear that, although that'll be a bittersweet thing to hear, understanding that it's a deep compliment, but it resonates rather darkly in him right now. But I think that'll probably be the end of the conversation for now.
Excellent.
Well, Muir, before I go out shopping and getting things, do you want me to message Dad? Do you want to say anything? Make sure he okay?
That would bring some comfort to me.
Okay,
I would
what do you want me
appreciate
to
that.
say to him?
I know he can't give any details about the mission he is on, but just at least that it is going well and that he is doing well.
Okay, I got you. She taps her cheeks. Okay, and squishes them a bit. All right, let's get into this spell. Okay, Muir. Dad, it's Briar. Hi, I am with Muir. Are you okay? You don't have to say anything. You can cough once for still alive. Love you.
Would he have to say it out loud, or could he respond in his head? I think he would just respond
Oh,
in his head, wouldn't he? Right?
I don't know.
Like the sending.
Good question. Let me look. I always thought we had to speak out loud. Creature hears the message in its mind, recognizes you as the center, and can answer in a like manner immediately. Oh, I guess it doesn't have to speak out loud.
My prickly thorn, it is good to hear from you. The mission is going well. You should be really concerned about the other guys. But that is just my part in it. I know the efforts elsewhere are not faring as well. I have heard bad reports of Lake Grasp, and some of the even further north, and the southern tip as well. But my locale, I am doing well.
Your dad is okay. He's okay. He's doing good. Heal as ever.
She kind of smiles. Of course he is.
However, there are trouble to the south. Well, you already know, because Balin's super dead. But also to the north.
Yes, there is something strange about this war.
What is next for you? Are you going back home? Where it might be a little safer?
I am going to return back to do my best to end this.
Going back to Mid Gulf?
Wherever I'm needed.
Don't make me worry about you.
Don't worry about me.
You already walk with a limp now. I worry about you.
I'm still probably faster than most anything they could throw at me.
I'll check in on you. I'll check in on Dad from time to time. And I'll give you a little snippet of if he's okay. I mean, it's on no power. It's easy to say hello.
I will look into trying to be assigned with him, or at least in his area. Not always the best on assignment on the battlefield together, but we are good as a team on assignment.
I know you're my favorite. Okay, I'm going to go shopping. Are you going to stay for how long do you stay?
I will probably head out. And the way I like to move, probably this evening.
Okay. Please be careful.
I will. We'll have one last drink tonight before I hit the road.
I will drink you under the table. You bet.
Deal. Okay.
Karun, how you doing this morning?
I'm here.
Yeah.
The rest of us, so that's always good.
Hey, you think that, the messaging people thing in your head, could you do that to Hargar to tell him where we're at?
Admit I've already done a little bit of communication today, but I certainly could. Let me see here. I will use... I'm actually going to use my channeling spell to... Actually, hang on, does that work? Let me double check that before I can.
But before we find him, we do need to do shopping and get supplies.
That's a good point.
Do we want to do that now or before we met the king? I mean, you think about it, we did rescue the princess. We're definitely going to get a reward, so that's just more money we can spend later. That's my thought. And I'm really anxious about meeting the man that helped birth me and give me a mark on my eyes, and I'd really just like to get it over with sooner than later, to be honest.
We can save the shopping for when we come back, I guess. Probably easier that way, too.
If that's the case, then if we are intending on going to the castle to meet the king, why send a message? We can just go there and say we're calling for him. I'm sure there's a person there that can relay a message.
Hargar did message and say he would find us. That's the only reason I'd said send a message, letting him know where we're at. I kinda did bulldoze over about 5 or 6 of them, and I don't know if that might make them unease with me coming back to the castle, to be honest.
I don't think they will have much of an issue, considering that Hargar did acknowledge us after the fact. Besides, I think they're a little more stout than you might have given them credit for. They seemed quite organized.
Oh no, if I would have kept going, I would have definitely got through that line. That line was weak as shit.
Well, getting through is one thing, staying alive is another.
That's fine. Scratches.
About this point, Briar sliding down the banister.
Rowan, mid-bite, waves at Bree as she slides down.
We're going shopping, let's go!
Why don't...
We're gonna wait on that one.
Why?
More money. Remember, we still gotta get our reward for saving the princess.
We can have him pay us in jewels, which we need as components anyways. Right? If there's any shops on the way there, we might as well make the most of our time, and then we will return for the evening shop again.
For you, Briar, that makes sense.
I just did
We
want
should...
at least pastries. I'm out.
Yeah, we'll get your pastries. I'd like to talk to the king and Kazrak and get this whole family thing situated. It's been on my mind for a couple of days.
I understand.
But pastries make total sense. That's definitely a need.
I mean, it would be good to see that princess again as well.
Yeah, I didn't really see her that way, but who knows why. Well, never mind. Let's just go. Ace is gonna stand up and start walking out.
Rowan's gonna shovel his pancake and plate as he stands up.
Set it on a different table as you're walking out.
No, he'd put it down at the same table, push his chair in.
Okay. So are you guys just gonna get some pastries?
Asher does need to get some powdered iron as well, so we'll just stop by a blacksmith and...
There is one on your way.
Okay. Grabbing components, eh?
Components wise, yeah.
Yeah.
Basically just remove the gold and get your stuff as you guys kind of make your way through the different markets and stuff.
Get the components after we get paid, then we can deal with like the fancy shows.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sure.
Okay.
Just because we're running out
Yeah.
of time on this. So.
Easy
So,
case.
as we approach the gate, are we wanting to reach out to Hardgar and see if what he says before we attempt the gate,
Oh, do you want
or
me to send a message?
if you don't mind, Bree, that might save us some trouble. I think that's what Dom was asking of Karan earlier.
Yeah, I mean, I know you guys have limitations on your magic. If you don't feel it's necessary to use it, we can just go. But if you don't mind, I think it's a good idea to give him a heads up.
I mean, I've sent twice today, so
I can do it. This is not a problem. I mean, I also wouldn't be surprised if the princess is out on her own already. But I'll send to Hargar. Hello, Hargar. It is Briar. With Defeated 5, your bestest friends. We would like to come in now and deal with you right now.
Hello, Briar. Absolutely.
He said absolutely, so he is on his way.
man, a few words.
Right.
And he also did not oppose to me saying we were his bestest friends. So I think we really scored big.
Okay, let's
That
head
was
to
for
the
you
castle.
to go to him, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. On your guys' way there, you see some people kind of like scurrying in the street. Like you hear one of them kind of like whisper to the other, and they like point in off in like the northwest direction. They're like, come on, go. You see like other people like kind of coming out and doing kind of similar things as far as like something going on about in the town.
Oh shit. I just remembered something we were supposed to do before we went to bed last night. Oh well. Oops.
What?
I was supposed to talk to that guy. Provis.
Corvus?
The guy. Yeah. Oh well.
It's okay.
You stood him up. How
He
dare you?
said sometime. He said sometime.
At some time. Oh,
Okay.
okay.
There you go.
Okay,
There you go.
wasn't that night? Okay, so that's sometime I need to talk to him. Okay.
You
Yeah,
stood me
so
up. Nobody
we-
stands me up.
do we make it to the castle then, or?
So on your guys' way there, you see a troop of guards kind of marching in. You see the familiar figure. Asher Asterion. Marching in his arms, a figure. You see as he's marching through the city, armed guards on either side. He holds the limp body of Eden in his arms. He is kind of like stumbling through the town, towering over the guards that flank him on either side. They are marching towards the Temple of Light. He doesn't take notice of you as he passes. He's kind of like hurrying as best he can.
Going to approach.
As you approach, he glances at you and then like keeps walking forward and then stops and then glances at you again. You specifically, Karan. And then he falls to his knees and plants her, like kind of lays her down on the ground. Karan!
Asha, how long has she? And I'm going to look to see, has she been prepared?
Has she been prepared? She has been...
Well, obviously she's dead, but you know what I'm talking about. She hasn't had gentle repose cast upon her or anything.
She is a good while past. As you say, how long?
It was in Goldmount. I carried her.
from here, from there, to here. I need the Temple of Light or someone strong enough.
I won't. I can't stop you from trying, but I'll, put my hand on her. Prepare yourself.
No! He picks her up, and he kind of turns away from you. No! And he marches towards the Temple of Light.
Rowan's gonna put his hand on Karan's shoulder, as I know that wasn't an easy conversation. As he passes.
It's like Grizzy. I'm just a bit too far behind to do anything.
Take this all on yourself, Karan. You're only one person.
Both of us. I know what you're speaking of, Karan, and it's just a few days too late.
A few
You
days,
see
a few minutes.
kind of several feet ahead of you as he approaches the other bridge. So the way the city's built, it's this big, the big central, off in the corner, that's flanked by the water. That is the castle. And then on either side is the Order of Heroes, and then the Temple of Light. He's marching towards the Temple of Light, which is its own little island and has a set of bridges. These two guards kind of like realizing what he's doing, on either side of the Temple of Light. One of them kind of like stands in front of him and puts his hand out. You see he kicks his foot up and just shoves him into the wall, and the guy doesn't retaliate. He stands there as he marches towards the entrance of the Temple of the Light.
It'll dawn on Rowan seeing Asher here. He's gonna look for Elena.
Roll a perception check.
I rolled a 19 plus, I think, 4. So yeah, 9 plus 4.
19 plus 4.
19 plus 4, sorry.
Looking around, like from where he came from, and then looking even towards the Temple of Light, and looking around, you don't see any sign of Elena.
Yeah.
Should we
Probably
go
check
and
on him.
check
We should
on
probably-
him, or
Yeah, we should probably keep an eye on him.
what
Is that
about
our
the king?
place?
Wait. What about that mage that was with him? Wasn't Elena with him too?
You cut out for a
Norman.
second, Seth. At least for me, you did.
Yeah. What about that mage that was with him? Wasn't Elena with him too?
Yeah, Jormund.
As you say that, Jormund is walking past, and there's some people like kind of like pointing off in the direction or whatever, and you see him kind of like frustrated that he has to deal with something right now. He's coming from the Temple of
Hey.
from the Order of Heroes side.
Jormund.
Yes.
What happened?
I
Elena,
don't know.
where
That's
is
what I'm
she?
checking on. Apparently Asher has returned, and he wants the Temple of Light to revive Eden, I suppose. I must take care of this before he does something rash.
Well, wait, Elena, where is she?
Oh, I haven't spoke with Elena. Not today. I don't know where she is today. But he carries on.
That sounds like she wasn't with them.
That's good. She might be here.
We talked to the king. We give them time. There's no reason for us to meddle in their business. And then after, we make sure that he knows he's got some allies. And if it's revenge he wants, we help him with whatever he needs.
If you'd like, I could go to the Temple of Light and keep an eye on what goes down.
I don't believe the Temple of Light would be. How are they with elves?
They don't like either of us. I was
Yeah.
Karom was just about to say.
Yeah.
I think
don't
we-
They're fine with elves.
can
They just
inspire-
don't like magic,
Like
and they
magic,
don't
yeah.
like tieflings.
Okay, I thought that they.
Oh, okay.
We give them the space for now. We deal with what we need to deal with, and then after the fact, we can't spread ourselves thin. If we keep getting distracted every second of something happening, we'd never get to anything complete.
I think Asher needs some sort of space, but we do need to talk to him once he gets done in the Temple of Light.
I
can
don't
only
think
hope.
he'll be in any sort of state to be talking.
I would agree, unless they're able to work a miracle. But
Would
Ash,
they on
as
a
you know.
tiefling?
that's exactly. And honestly, with you, Dom, it was not long after. That is great power. Power I can't even fathom at this point. Who knows? But he probably will need time.
Let's go to the castle.
You're muted, Seth.
He's talking to Kay.
Oh. I thought you were. It's okay. I thought you were talking to us.
Yeah, castle.
You guys approach the gate. The gate to the castle. It is you can see the bridge similar to the little small side one that went down into the lower barracks dungeon area. This one is retracted inside of itself, kind of inside the market area and inside the market, the castle itself. So the gate would, or the drawbridge would literally have to be, opened or closed off, sealed off to make a bridge.
Yeah.
Is there any guards nearby? Imagine they have some kind of
Yeah.
collar
So they have
for when-
they have two towers with guards up there, guards at the base of that tower, and then guards flanking either side. And then it's kind of a guard, but he looks like he doesn't have any weapons or whatever. He just has a little quill and a scroll.
I'd approach him and say, we're here to talk to Hargar. He sent for us. We're the Fated Five.
Yeah, the Fated Five. I believe that was on my list. Oh, yes, there you are. You were meant to speak with the king himself, I see.
Yeah, yes.
Brilliant work, all of you. Bringing the princess back, and the hand. We thank you for that.
Yeah.
He kind of motions up to one of the guards, and you see that guard kind of hold up something, and then you see the guard from the opposite end hold up something. You see the bridge. You see he motions for the two guards, and then one of the guards within the towers motions into those two towers in the lower area of it. Two guards on each side come out. The guards from the gates come out. 6 guards total, as they begin to kind of circle around you guys. And the guard with the quill and papers.
There are no weapons allowed beyond this point.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Now is your chance to, if you would like to, sleight of hand any kind of weapon or anything like that.
Rowan would give his weapons, all of them.
Yep.
Yeah. Rowan would go ahead.
I don't have any weapons. She's gonna put her hair up and her blow dart as her like little hair ornament.
Oh.
Yeah, Ace would be. Okay, right.
Asher?
Rowan would put his swords together.
Yeah, Asher will hand him the sword. I'm assuming they don't care about the shield.
They take that as well, just because it's a combat item. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Captain America.
Ace is gonna give his axe and the glaive, but not the gloves.
The gauntlets. You see as they take those, one of the guards.
Oh, this just armor.
No.
All right.
I'm going. Yeah, I was gonna message to you, be like, it's probably best not to push our luck.
Could my whip, since it's my arcane focus, can it just slither around me to kind of look like a
Just looks like a rope. Yeah.
corset? Yeah, or a rope. Yeah.
Let's do a sleight of hand for that. See if it can
Sick!
disguise it as a
Wee
rope.
woo. Yeah. It'll be just like shibari style wrapped around me.
Yeah.
All good.
She just got like, sorry, I'm into bondage.
I just rolled nat 20.
Yep. It just looks like you're into some shibari. You're good.
Yeah. Oh, kinky.
Anything else that would be considered a weapon as they are searching? And
Karun doesn't carry weapons.
Apparently Asher had a short bow, so he'll give that one up as well.
oops, snuck that in my pocket.
I forgot about this big.
Yeah, no, he would willingly give all known weapons that he has, so
Excellent.
he
All right,
Yeah.
guys.
Same with
I
Rowan.
mean, if he wants to, if they're gonna take the firebomb, they could do that. The firebomb flask. That's like the only thing that he could even think of.
They
but,
do a
they're gonna
pretty
take
thorough
potions.
search of your stuff, inquiring about different potions and stuff like that. Obviously it's the king of Eswint, so they're very thorough. These guards, even they don't seem like the typical like lazy, like, oh, I'm bored, I'm tired of my job, like I work TSA and I'm just like, you're good. You know what I mean? Like,
Do any of them?
they seem like they're
question is,
very
do
attentive.
any of them?
They're very attentive.
Do any of them have an apple in hand, or
Or an
these
onion.
ones- these ones do not.
Oh,
they're,
so you
they're,
know
they're
they're
real
serious.
business.
They made
Serious.
business. Don't get distracted
Any
by
apple.
apples.
I'm gonna do a check on Jethro, as I'm sure Rowan's being checked. He's just gonna look over at Jethro and see how he's doing.
He hands it
Is
up, no
he-
problem, yeah. He doesn't even seem like, he just seems like, yeah, that's what they do. That's how it goes. Well, your items will be stored in these. We've filled out a registrar. You just have to announce your name and he gives each of you like a little paper card. You just hand that back to us and you get your items back.
Do they take Marty's loot?
They do not.
Lucky.
Perks being a bard.
Lucky.
Oh, yo, we can get inspired and just start throwing down like in Lord of the Rings.
He can literally attack with that thing. He's like, what is
know.
my instrument?
That's mine.
Like, oh, his loot. Alright.
As you guys make your
Big
way,
man we go.
now the gate opens up. A sturdy, heavy, reinforced gate. Opens up. The bridge seals off. You head in. Just an extreme guard presence within the keep itself. You make your way past another large gate. There's a courtyard. You walk past. You see different kind of royals out and about, high nobles, kind of like it seems like they're families while they're doing like court things, playing in like this inner park that exists within that first layer of the keep. You march past those gardens, armed presence of 6 guards on your flanking you around, and march through. This older man with kind of a white balding head and clean shaven comes over and thank you, gentlemen. The king would like to see them in the dining hall. Oh, right. So while they were headed towards the throne room itself, they cut off to the left. And this big ornate door with a mural of feasts being had. Split down the middle of the door is like splits the table evenly. And you see sitting behest the main chair of the dining hall, accompanied by the queen, the princess, the hand, King Cantonias. But we will get to that in the next episode of Legends of Aelos.
Oh man, we're here. We're in the big apple.
We're in the Big Apple.
Do we get the hero forge
Really
of
made it now.
King Cantonias? Or?
Yeah, sure.
Probably be next up. Oh,
Unveil.
Yes, please.
Let's go.
King
Let's go.
Cantonias. Okay, I'll just describe him. He is wearing his crown. He is these kind of like large pauldrons in the dark red and the cape. Very kind of simple outfit, but with this kind of folded little tie piece. And he has he's grayed in his beard, kind of a strong feature, strong jaw, and these really light blue eyes. And his hair kind of grayed along the sides as well. Looks to be in his 40s, 50s. That is King Cantonias.
That nose, bro.
But we will get to that on the next episode of Legends of Aelos.